Welcome to Edinburgh Castle.
We're students from Bathgate Academy and we're making this film to get insight into what it's like to work in tourism
at the most visited paid attraction in Scotland.
We wanted to hear from some of the people who work here to find out about their roles and how they got to where they are.
My name is Michael Hendry. I'm the Esplanade Manager at Edinburgh Castle, and a little bit about me. I was born in Edinburgh. I've not gone very far in life because the hostel I was born in is about 300 metres that way. But I've been here at the castle since 2014 in a succession of roles, and yeah, hope to be here for many years more. So my role is broken down into two main aspects. One of them is the job title bit, which is the Esplanade Manager. The Esplanade is the area out at the front of the castle with the where vehicles park and the way that people come into the castle. So anything that happens there I have oversight of, which is not so labour intensive at the moment, but during the summer when we have the Royal Edinburgh military tattoo, there's a huge amount of work that takes place there. The other aspect of my role is I'm one of the duty managers. So on a given day, one of us has overall responsibility for the entire site, and involves walking around, checking how people are getting on, making sure things are going smoothly, assisting with whatever goes wrong during the day, which can be quite a few things in the middle of summer when there's upwards of 8,000 people in the castle. I sort of fell into my job, really. I graduated university in 2013. I had no idea what I wanted to do when I grew up. I still don't. And I went to the job centre and they said there was an open day for seasonal jobs at the castle. And I came up and I was lucky enough to get it, and I've just been here ever since. And when opportunities have presented themselves, I've applied for them, and I've been fortunate enough to succeed at some of them. I think the main one is communication, not just within my team, but also with members of the public, because not only are members of the public have a lot of different needs that they all need to have managed, but a lot of our visitors are from overseas. They don't speak English very well or at all. So having good communication skills, both verbally and also with hand signals and things like that, is very important. I think patience as well is a big one. I always like to joke about the castle that it was built to keep people out, and we're trying to get people in. We're doing the exact opposite of what it was built for. So there's a lot of potential for things to be a little bit sluggish. As you'll have seen as you go around, there's lots of bottlenecks and areas where you can't really fit many people in. So being able to keep that in mind while trying to do the job you're doing, I think is quite important. I would say the biggest challenge I faced during the year is the construction of the stands for the Royal Edinburgh military tattoo, which takes place from May until the middle of June. If you've not seen it, it's an enormous 8,500 seat stadium that goes on the Esplanade. There's nothing on the Esplanade normally, and then this whole thing gets built around us while we're working. And so there's a lot of logistical challenges getting all that stuff in, and in safely. That's my biggest challenge, I would say, because the castle stays open and there's lots of different people that need to use it. So there's us, there's Historic Environment Scotland, there's the Ministry of Defence, because the castle's an army barracks, there's the military tattoo staff themselves, their contractors, our contractors, catering contractors, cleaning contractors, all kinds of different people that need to use the same space all at the same time for very different things. And being able to work out how to make sure everyone can do the same sort of thing, or different things even at the same time, is probably the biggest challenge I have. The way I deal with it is just sort of relying on my experience. I've been here for over 10 years, and so I kind of know vaguely how it should work. Perhaps more than vaguely, I should say. And just having the relationships with the people required to make sure that that can get done properly. And I like seeing the castle through other people's eyes every day. Like anything, when you come here every day, it becomes a bit boring. Maybe not boring is the wrong way of putting it, but it becomes normal. You know, I don't think twice about a cannon being up there, but most people come in and think, oh, that's quite unusual. And seeing people experience the place for the first time and being amazed by it keeps me grounded in the fact that this is actually quite a cool place to work. You know, there are worse offices to have. A castle that's been here for over 2,000 years, it's quite nice. So that also helps me deal with the challenges, knowing that at the end of the day, I'm helping people have a good holiday, and yeah, I'm lucky to be here.
For the last question, what is the inspiration behind your moustache?
Well, I used to have a full beard. I was attending a murder mystery dinner party where you get a character and you have to, one of you's the murderer and you have to work out who it is. And the character I was playing was it's basically Poirot, who of course is known for his moustache. So I thought, well, in for a penny, in for a pound, shave the beard off, and haven't got around to getting rid of the rest of it yet.